yes. Musa Jakadala Tigi wiki. Uncle Sam Muda Simbo
Barikiwa Studio.
Kemele nyomandume Afrika wino Anyomandume udukoni.
Look who is here. It's me, your empress, you guys. So let me show you guys the outfit of the day. Ooh. I go back. Okay, you guys, I almost made my, okay. It's really cold here. So I'm in Milan, you guys. And I'm going to show you guys the outfit of the day really quickly. My jacket is from Zara. My jeans is from Zara. And I'm wearing everything from Zara, you guys. And my, what is it called? My glasses are from Emperor Imani. Okay, you guys. Okay, let me just stop the goofing. So, you won't believe what happened. So, I'm in Milan today, you guys, because we were supposed to be taken off by now, but the flight was cancelled because of some technical problems. You guys, it's really cold here in Milan. So we kind of came back to the hotel and the guests were taken to the hotels as usual because they are fixing the aircraft, and they've ordered some spare parts from London. Those ones supposed to come, and a lot of drama. So now we are here for another 9 more hours as they are fixing the aircraft before we go back to the base, you know. And everyone is like, have to be reaccommodated in the hotels and everything like that. So that is the reason why I'm in Milan. And you guys, I have posted in this new community thing on YouTube, whereby you can actually talk to your subscribers and you know, update them regarding things. So we have talked, I had asked you guys to send me questions because I wanted to do a live, but unfortunately I'm not gonna do live because my channel has like a strike, community guideline strike, because of the video I posted. I was obviously not aware, but that video is showing violence. You know, this dad was beating up her daughter, so obviously it's like violence and abuse and whatever not. So YouTube has actually given me penalty. So until 3 months I cannot do live. So I'm just gonna read up on such guidelines so I can be careful, because obviously if you post such videos, they will either strike you, they will either even decide to close your channel, and I don't want my channel to be closed. Like I'm so much in my feelings right now. Like they didn't even have the audacity of sending me an email or something to let me know that they are actually like striking my channel for whatever reason. Like, geez, these people are just rude. But anywho, so that I have appealed and I have like explained myself, but I don't know if they're gonna open and give me my rights back or whatever. No. And even if you delete the video still, it will not change anything. So anywho, that I just noticed now because I was trying to do a live and I could not do it. So anywho, anyway, you guys, let me put this tripod here and talk to you guys, my people. Yeah, I feel so expensive. Forgive your girl. Forgive me, please, you guys. I just feel very comfy and comfortable, even though it's very cold here. So let me have a look at the things that you guys have sent me. So somebody is telling me, no name, she's saying that this may be ironic coming from someone with no name. This is so funny. But why did you remove your subscribers? We've come so far. We'd love to see our progress. So you guys, I was just trying to do, I read from I saw from another YouTuber, they were trying to do like an experiment to see what happens if they hide their subscribers count. And then they say that apparently if you like, it is just something temporary. I'm going to definitely return it. So I am sorry for inconveniencing you guys, but yeah, like it's not anything. Like I know that don't want to sound rude or anything like that, but I just like doing it for some time. Not long, I will definitely bring it back so you guys can see my progress, our progress in this channel. So yeah, yes, you guys. I'm sorry for that. And then somebody is asking me, what are the exact procedures to become flight attendant on the Emirates? Like where to apply. All right, you guys. I don't know where to start. This is a could be very long topic. So you want to say procedures to becoming flight attendant. First of all, I don't think there is any procedure. Maybe you want to know how to apply or whatnot. And I can only say that you have to be 21 years of age. You have to be above 21 years of age. The younger, the better, because Emirates takes younger crew. Even if you are over like 27, they don't want to, unless you have flown before. So that is the only time they would consider taking you if you have experience in flying. But if you want to be a cabin crew, I think, okay, I just want to say that I don't think there is a procedure, but just like go through, because for me, you guys, I want to talk about this a little bit. Okay. I was somebody who had the lowest self-esteem, like the lowest self-esteem. Like I thought that I know you guys, some of you say that you should not think that and this and that. You guys, when I was younger, when I was growing up, my self-esteem was whipped left, right, and center because I ventured into modeling. And modeling is one of these things, apart from it making your child or your daughter to become very self-confident in the future, and like oh my god, my thing, okay, self-confidence in the future and aware of herself, but at the same time it really affected your child's self-esteem, because sometimes you go to some a certain auditions, you're not picked for some reason, because obviously they, like sometimes you go to like modeling, especially because for me, I remember I did a Miss Kenya, like for example, like the beauty pageantry, and I did a couple of these for, and I was like treated really badly. First of all, because I did it, I was trying to do it when I was homeless. I was trying to do it. I was just trying to venture into being a model when I was homeless, because a lot of people were just approaching me and telling me you should try modeling and stop, don't be a house girl, try modeling. So I tried this when I was, you guys, I didn't have finesse. I didn't know how to dress up. I didn't know how to put on perfume. I was smelling like crazy because obviously I didn't have deodorant and stuff like that. So my skin was not good, like my skin, I was scratching and I didn't have it. I don't know, I was just looking a mess. But at the same time, I thought that I could actually try modeling. So in those days, they just like let me down, and they were just like literally kicking me out and just go, like what you're coming here for now, you don't even look the part why you want to be model now. So they used to always sending me away and stuff like that. And I remember even when I did Miss Kenya, I was treated so badly, and I will never forget that guy. He's called Chris Kirwa, and he's the one who was actually doing the modeling training and whatever, not with Ashley's. And you guys, the woman from the Ashley Beauty School, like the Ashleys, like that woman, I will not go in deeper. Like the way they treated me, like if you don't have, like if you cannot become anything. Like I just felt like I was treated like an outcast. I just felt like I was treated like you're poor, you don't have anything. Why you want to do this? Like you cannot measure up. Like most of the girls who were doing those things were like, some of them were living in Runda, some of them had come from England, and they were visiting for holidays, and people who are just like looking like high class, so I felt so bad. So that really whipped my self-esteem. But again, I can say that from like that part of me acting, being in those pageantries and doing whatever not, really taught me, give me a little bit of confidence. I was not the most confident person, because after they were kicking me out, and I was really low, and I didn't thought I was mount up to anything. So when I went for cabin crew, flight attendant, like interviews, I was just like really had low self-esteem, and that was the only thing that was actually making me fail the interview, because you guys, I didn't pass the interview first time around. I failed the interview. And if you fail the interview for the first time after 6 months, you can redo the interview again. And I remember my first interview with Emirates, I was really like crying for no reason. You know, I was just like so overwhelmed. Like, am I even in this interview? And am I even passing these stages? Like, am I? Like, I was crying because I was just like, my God, my poor days are going to be over, you know, because I came with cheap labor through cheap labor companies, and I was like, just like living horribly with in bed space, and I was living sometimes sleeping on the floor in the hostels in Dubai, you know. And I didn't even have, like, I was really miserable. So obviously, to come from where the day I went for an interview, I was sleeping on the floor, you know. So for me to rise up from the floor to go on an Emirates a mega airline interview and to keep passing in each stage, I was just so overwhelmed, and I was just crying, you know, like I was just. And then they saw that I was not confident enough, and probably me crying showed them that I was not as I was weak. So I didn't pass the interview the first time around. The second time around, I was such a pro, you know. And I went for 2 interviews at the same time with 2 major airlines in the Emirates, and both of them actually accepted me. So I think like the process, you're just gonna have to be 21-year-old and above. The high school diploma is what they're actually looking for. You don't have to have all this linguistic. Okay, if you have language in your CV that you can speak language in fluent, not just like basic, fluent is a plus, but it's not mandatory, you know. But again, you just have to be confidence really matters. Like, you, if you don't have it, excuse yourself, go to the toilet and pray to God of heavens to give you confidence that surpasses, that is out of this world. Because you guys, for the day of my second interviews after my first rejection, I went there and I don't know where that confidence came from. Like, I was all that and a bag of chips. Like, you guys, you can be confident without being cocky. So I was so confident, and I was so easy to get along with, and I was just like, you know, there is nothing that they look for. They look, you know, they are looking for somebody who have a can-do attitude, and you can work well under pressure. They can see you in the group discussions, in the group, how you are relating to other people, and they can see your persona. Like, they have been, most of these people who are interviewing people, they have been flight attendant before, so they know exactly how people are relating to others. So they can see your demeanor, they can see your body language, and they can just see your personality overall and how you're relating to people. And you have to be calm, you have to have a bit of finesse in you. Like, for me, when I first joined flying, I got it in each and every flight that I have poise. I was like, poise? Abi, give me that word now. What poise are you meaning now? A poise, you know. So I was just like, what this poise? What does poise mean? So they were just like saying that even the way I say it, like, I was always like, when I was in the interview, I was like sitting, you know, with my, most of these things they taught us in modeling school. Like, you have to have some poise and whatever not. Like, you sit like a lady, and you just like have some kind of, I don't know, elegance. I had it that I'm elegant. I know people were telling me all these things, and I was like, oh my goodness, I didn't know I had this. But I think mostly in modeling school, I think it, not modeling school, in these auditions, in most of these modeling competitions, I think most of them taught me how to be confident. And then again, writing your CVs, a lot of people are asking me on how to write my CV. You guys, I went on Google and I Googled how to write CV, and I just like put, you guys, I didn't have a lot of even experience. Like, I didn't have experience in the airline industry. I just had experience in customer care, which was not like 2 years experience in the Emirates with customer care, because obviously I was working in Dubai prior. But they just like, probably just like I convinced them by the way I was talking. Like, every question they were asking me, I went online how to pass airline interview on the what is it called? I went online, And I was just like looking at most of reading about the airline itself, reading about how far they where they came from and how far they what they have achieved, how many like how many awards they have achieved, what is the passenger profile, and just everything regarding the airline itself, their mottos, their like vision and everything regarding whichever airline that you're applying for. So every time they were asking me questions, I knew exactly what I was getting myself into, because sometimes people go to for these interviews and they are being asked, why do you want to become a flight attendant? And they are like, oh, so I can fly and I can go see the world, and you know, like I can be like oh, and they'll be like, honey, you don't know what the job entails. So when they asked me, when I went online and checked exactly what kind how can I answer this kind of question, so I knew exactly what to answer when they asked me this question. For example, they asked me, how do you want to become a flight attendant? So I said that I personally love working with people and I love serving people, so I just want to be take my customer experience in the skies, and I just want to interact and like make people as much comfortable as possible. Like I want to work in the service industry and I want to work with the airline like yours, and it's a very growing airline that is growing rapidly, and I want to have an experience with working with this marvelous airline that is going places. And after that they were like, oh, okay, oh cool, this girl, like. And every time they ask me, like for example, they were asking questions like how did you get to know about our airline? So I was just like, I read a lot because I like to gain knowledge. So I read it through through the newspapers, and I watch films about airline industry, and I was really struck about your particular airline, and I get to know about it through the media. It seems like your airline is very popular in the media. So from the media, I just got to know about it, and I saw it in the newspaper. It was being advertised that you had interviews. So that is the reason why, because I've always desired to work for your airline. So, like you read up and you have to be an actress. You have to fake most of these things, okay? So anyway, this topic can be a whole lot, like a whole lot of what is it called, a whole segment in this video. So we are not gonna cover all of it, but I can do a separate video if you want. So that is the exact procedure. Just write your CV, and you have to apply online. Nobody can refer you, because a lot of people think that once somebody is an airline industry, they can actually refer you. Nobody is gonna refer you. Everybody go through either walk-in. If they have walk-in, you can go wear your great suit and be sharp, like dress up. It doesn't matter. Put on proper makeup and walk with poise. Don't walk like an elephant, like a bee, anyamana, unarakasi. What is this? Where are you walking to? A market, fish market or what? Like walk with poise, and they are watching you even when you're dropping your CV. And go there and drop your CV, say hello to everybody, have the sharp smile with them and everything, and you just say, I hope to see you guys soon, and they will call you for the interview. And do that, and be on the lookout from the newspapers when they are advertising, and just get ready. Read up online. Everything is in Google. Whatever you need to know, you guys, Google is your friend. So get your procedures from there. And then, is Christmas big in UAE? Somebody is asking me if Christmas is big in UAE. Yes, Christmas, yeah, Christmas is big. They light up things. They have, like, from in the malls, in the streets, they even put, like, those Muslims actually, they don't go to church, but they acknowledge Jesus. So they also celebrate his birthday. So yeah, Christmas is big in the UAE. People celebrate as well, and you hear people saying Merry Christmas, la la la, Merry Christmas, stuff like that. So it's big in UAE. And then somebody asked me, why am I not married yet? So I want to say, like, you guys, I don't know, like, this question so many people have been asking me. And first of all, in my 20s, now I'm in my 30s. In my 20s, I wasn't confident. I was homeless. I was like, I wasn't confident. I didn't know where I was heading to in life. I didn't know. I didn't have my ish together. So I was busy looking at how I'm going to rescue myself from my sorrows and get on with life and maneuver myself through life. So I didn't have time. You know, like when you are, you want to get, you are in this part of your life, and again, you're bringing confusion with the love and men, and you know, you just like, it didn't work for me now. And I was not confident. Like if somebody is looking at me, I was always like, excuse me, he's looking at me. And I thought that if a man looks at you, he's gonna get you pregnant, ma. Because in my mind, I was like, if a man touch you like this, the minute you start your periods, if a man touch you like this, Abby, you're gonna be getting pregnant, you know. So I was always like, if a man sees me, I'm like, hey, please look the other way. I don't want anything to do with you. I don't want to be pregnant, have a baby, and be left with a baby in the street. It's better for me to be in the street alone than having a baby as well in the street with me. No, like I'm not doing that life. So I was basically not really ready for a relationship, leave alone loving myself. I wasn't loving myself. I wasn't ready emotionally. I wasn't ready physically. I wasn't ready for this relationship ish. So I wanted to figure out my life, and I wanted to, you know, achieve my dreams, build my house, travel places. And I was not married was the last thing I was thinking about, because I was engaged, you guys, at 18 years old, and I ran away from this arranged marriage because I was really literally engaged. You know, I will give you guys a make a video regarding this some other time. And I ran away from this engagement and from this marriage. And wait, not because my intuition was not, they were marrying me off, my relatives were marrying me off simply because they were tired of me. Because when you are reaching a certain age in Africa, especially after you finish school, they want to marry you off as quick as possible so you can bring in dowry cows, you know. They don't care whom they are marrying you to, whether they are marrying you to somebody whose wife was dead with HIV. They don't care, because those days HIV was not acknowledged. Everyone was getting sick and dying of diarrhea, and their hair was finished with HIV. But nobody, no diagnosis, no hospitals. Everyone was thinking that if somebody is getting thin and dying, means somebody has bewitched them. So for me, I was arranged to get married to somebody whose wife was dead, you know. And then I just looked at this situation at, you know, like my auntie. I went to visit my auntie, and my auntie was like staying in some village. So I was expected, honey, I was expected to marry this village boy, a proper village man, you know, whose wife, who is a widow, and this village man wife died, no diagnosis to the wife who died. And guess what, you guys? The guy happened, it happened that I ran away from this engagement and I ran away from everything. Your relatives just want to get rid of you. I don't talk to that auntie of mine until today. They just want to get rid of you. They don't care if they are getting you married to somebody whose wife has died of HIV. This man's wife died of HIV, and the man was infected with HIV. I was being married off to this man. I ran off as fast as my legs could carry me, my friend. You know, I obviously didn't know. I just found out that his wife had died, and I was like, hey. And plus, my friend, I didn't see myself marrying a village boy. Why? Because in this village, the only thing I saw women doing were they were just sitting beside the road selling charcoal. Mm? And also they were also sitting beside the road selling fufu and folo and omena and all these crazy marketplaces. Who gonna live this kind of life now? You know, I saw my mom dying in poverty, in extreme poverty and madness. Why I have to put myself through this in the name of marriage? Forgive me now, I don't want. So now, I am the empress. And I am the one who has raised my family up in a sense of educational wise. My friend, people are going to university because I send them there. God, sorry. I'm so excited. So if I had married this man, by now I'm not on this earth, because guess what? That man died of HIV as we are speaking. He's nowhere to be found now. So if I had gone with the crowd and listened to the society telling me you need to get married by now I am dead, because obviously nobody can afford anti-literal violence, AVR. Is it called IVR? AVR, what is it? What is this medicine? You know, the medicine for HIV, what are they called? Nobody can afford them in that village. People don't even know they are dying of HIV, you know, because there used to be a taboo, a stigma. If you say that you have HIV, nobody want to sit with you, nobody want to talk to you, nobody want to do anything. They think that if you just talk to them, you will be having, you will give them HIV. So I will go through this, my friend, and now look at me, like now look at me. It's all by the grace of God. So you're asking me, why am I not married yet? I am not married because it's not my time yet. There is a time for everything. There is a time to be born, there is a time to die, there is a time to get married, there is a time to be single. There is a time for everything. And still now I am not married because it's not my time yet, but it's coming soon now, and I will invite you when it happens. You know, I want to get married when I am glowing, and when I have my ish together, and when I have money in the bank, you know, my own money, and I have my own life going on. I don't want to married to a man just because I want a man to rescue me from my misery. No, I want to be married when I know what I'm getting myself into, and I know what marriage is. I know I am grown enough to understand the reason why I'm getting married. So anyway, you guys, I'm not seeing you guys sending me more. Oh God, it's really, 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 really cold out here. So you guys, and again, there are people who ask some silly questions about this marriage. Why are you not married? Why are you not married? Please don't ask people, especially you Africans. People have these kind of questions. I do not want to ask people these kind of questions because some of these questions are very personal, especially when you are asking someone, why don't you, you are asking, do you will always ask questions, you know, people always, there's no more questions you guys have sent me. People always ask, when you're not married, they ask you, when are you getting married? When you didn't find somebody, you ask you, why are you not married yet? And then when you are married, they ask you why you don't have a child yet. And then when you have a child, when is the second child coming? Like, why you are asking this type of questions? You know, these kind of questions are very, very, I do understand where you're coming from, but again, don't ask people this kind of questions because these are very personal questions. There are people who are really, like, some of them are very miserable out here, and it's very touchy to them because a lot of people, especially in Africa, when you haven't gotten married by a certain time, people bash you and people say you have, there's a problem with you. There was somebody who was actually commenting on my video that because I usually talk about dating a lot, and I talk about my dating experiences, and this person was just going through all my videos and just leaving very mean comment and was telling me that I have dated this, I have dated this man, I've dated this man, I've dated this man, I've dated this man, and at the end of the day, none of them have married me. So he was just like, there must be something wrong with you. And I was just like, oh God. Would you rather get married? Would you rather wait to get married after than marry a wrong person? Like, most of these men that I went out on a date with were not men for me, you know? And I'd rather be married late than getting married early and getting divorced at my age. You know what I mean? So I don't want the pressure of the society. And you know, if somebody is telling me, oh, something is wrong with me, that is why you're not married and stuff like that, well, that is for you to say, but you do not know me as a person. You do not know me exactly who I am for you to say that something is wrong with me. And that mentality, I feel sorry for you because you need to get out of that mentality. If somebody there are people who choose not to be in relationship. They choose to wait, and some of them choose to not settle down with, just settle for the sake of settling with the wrong guys, just to show you people that I am happy and I am in love and yada yada. There are people who are okay in waiting, and it's not the end of time. There are a lot of women, and I'm telling you guys, girls, if you are, and I think the same person who asked me why am I not married, I think you might be going through some tough time, because I remember you commented in one of my videos and you are telling me that you feel so lonely, and how do I, when you look at my video, you looked at one of my video and you felt like I'm always alone in my videos, and it must like you hate that you're alone. And I'm like, girl, like you get, like you have to love your own company before anybody comes into your life and love your company with him. Like, you cannot be miserable by yourself. Like, life is too short. Like, why you have to wait for people to be happy? Like, be happy by yourself, in your own space, in your own self, in your soul, like, knowing that you have God with you in every step of the way. People come and go. One day when you are in your dying bed alone and you are dying, nobody is going to carry your cross with you now. There are people who are in the hospitals alone, dying alone. They don't have families and stuff like this. Like, you do not have to feel sorry for yourself, and you are 100% healthy. Just because you are alone and you don't have somebody, you are like, oh, I feel so lonely, yada yada. Marriage as well is in your mind. My God, life is too short for all this nonsense. Like, just be happy, you know. And I think it comes with age. At my age, for me, I just want to be content, whether I'm alone or I'm with somebody, or I just want to be happy. Like, that is my aim at the end of the day. I want to be happy, whether I'm alone, whether I'm with somebody, or whether I'm not married, or whether I am married. I just want to be happy. I take life one day at a time, and I don't live in the future. I live in the present and say to my God, today you woke me up. Thank you. Today, thank you. Today, things can get wrong in the twinkle of an eye. Things can get terribly wrong. So just enjoy your time while you are here. Life is extremely, there's somebody who would wish to be in your place right now. So you guys, this video is taking a bit longer than it should have been. And you guys, I know that you guys are saying that you love my videos and you love to watch my videos, even no matter how long they are. Oh my God, my it's so cold in Italy. It's so cold in Milano. So you guys, I'll see you in my next video, and I hope you guys what am I saying? Oh my God, because before I run out of words. See you guys, have a lovely day. Bye. Kisses from Milan. Kisses.